Howdy everyone. Well, I got the driver's side fender off, and just as I suspected, it's pretty bad. The radiator support's gone. There's absolutely nothing holding the radiator in. That's rusted across all the way through, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but let me zoom out so it can focus. Does that look familiar? That's not a normal radiator brace. That is actually, guess what? That is a piece of that plastic foam trim that you can buy at Home Depot. So yeah, I knew that was there. I didn't realize that I knew that the rest on the radiator support was there. I didn't realize they had put a piece of trim in there to hold the radiator up. So it's a different meaning of the word radiator base than baseboard. Never mind. Little mud dauber nest that came off the inside of the fender when I took the fender off. So pitting is pretty bad here. I think it's salvageable. Again, I'm not doing a show car. I think it's salvageable. There's all the connection points up here are still okay. Had a heck of a time. All of these holes across the top, these blind nuts, the clip nuts, blind nuts, whatever it is, they're clip nuts, were broken. So whenever I got ready to loosen them up from the inside, they were just spinning. So I had to snake my arm in from the under the fender on the inside where the hood is, where the engine is, and get in there and get those busted loose. Well, then when I pulled it out, I exposed this, and found out after getting online that they do make reproduction parts for the lower vent cowl, it's called. I found them in a couple different locations, so do some price shopping and try to find some reviews to see who likes what. AMD has them. Well, look at there. Yeah, so obviously I'm going to have to do a firewall as well. This is, I guess, well, maybe I can just get the cap, leave the firewall on. The firewall looks okay. I'll just get this windshield, this vent cover here, get a new one of those, cut this one out. So this needs to be replaced. I have to save my tag, get that put back on. But yeah, this is all gone right here. That's not too bad. Probably cover that. This is going to be fun. Well, the cameras suck when you zoom in with them as far as focus goes. So yeah, that's what the car looks like there. Let me step to the back, and I will show you what the fender looks like. Well, here it is. And as I suspected, there was some damage once upon a time. Fender's upside down, in case you can't tell. There's the lower section here. Needs to be replaced. The support frame on the inside. Look into that. I found some replacement sections for the support frame here. But they're just as expensive. Just this one little section is like $60 for one, and it's just as much as the full panel section for the bottom. But anyhow, the rest of the fender's okay. The bracket up here is solid. See the trace. Hope the wind's not too bad. If it is, I apologize. See the trace right there. I'm trying to shroud this a little bit of where they made the old holes to, I guess, maybe pop that out a little bit, then also to give the anchor points for the Bondo. This thing is absolutely covered in Bondo, as you can tell. So that's the back section. Here's the front outside eyebrow of the fender, all stuffed full of Bondo. The section up here that I showed in a previous video, I will be able to come back in here and lay something in. Cut this out of the way. Lay some stuff in here just to fill that in. bottom, cut it, and then tack it back to the inner side of the fender there. Let's see, front and bottom isn't too bad. No body work, no Bondo there. So here's I think when I measured this first, I had the first part that I found, it was, try to get out of the wind, was about 1/8 of an inch thick. And when I started to knock this series of dents out, I started knocking the mud off of it, and it's 1/4 of an inch thick. Some of these sections were 1/4 of an inch thick, where they just came in here and just laid all up inside here. And then also on the top, what looks like used to be an antenna hole. For some reason or another, there was an antenna. This is driver's side, so it wouldn't have been the radio antenna. Unless once upon a time they put a hole there for a CB antenna from back in the day. Who knows? It's strange that it's got a hole right in the middle of it. But they obviously filled over that with Bondo. And here's that same section up in the front. On the outside, I think I showed this in a different video, or an older video as well. I got a new grill extension. Found one on eBay for pretty cheap. It's on its way here now. And I'm going to keep this little piece of trim because the new one, I don't know if the new one comes with it or not, so I'll have this right hand corner trim. It's been beat up pretty good, so at least it's there. And everything else looks fine. What I did see though, I found a 68 fender on eBay that I might buy and mess around with. It's kind of pricey though, just to be playing with. But on the 69s, they moved the marker lights up here up higher, and they're long and slender. And in the 68s, they're down lower and they're more square. They're not as rectangular, they're not as long. But down here, they're a little squattier. They're it's more like, you can get the paint here, right here. So I found the 68 and thought about maybe just buying the 68 because it's in decent shape, and patching that square hole there, and then taking a template off of this curve here up to there, coming across, and then matching this hole in this fender, and then cutting it in that 68. But I don't know, I might just mess with this one and see what I can do with my bodywork skills. But anyhow, it's an update on what I've done lately with the old El Camino. I do not have the passenger side pulled off yet. Yeah, you can see how thick that is. I don't have the passenger side pulled off yet. That's at least 1/4 of an inch thick right there. But anyhow, just figured I'd fill you guys in, let you know I am finally making a little bit of progress on this thing, and I'll be banging this fender out for the next week or two, and then making progress, pulling the fender off the other side, off the passenger side, and we'll look at that one, see what kind of shape it's in. But you guys take care. Hope things are going well. Hope you have a great weekend. In case you didn't notice, I'm wearing orange, so go Broncos. And I will be checking in later on. Take it easy.